Oh, right. Johnny, in. Uh, uh,
Is that the countdown? Third burp?
if I had a third burp, I probably would have. Welcome back to Anime Casuals. I'm Lucky.
Here I go! This hand of mine is burning red!
And I'm Michael. Realize the only ones who should kill are those who are prepared to be killed.
Johnny.
Your darkness swallowed up my son? Who decided that?
Erupting! Burning!
Now all of you.
Die.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Anime Casuals. I'm Lucky.
And I'm Johnny.
And there's no Michael today for reasons unknown. For reasons unknown. Have you ever heard that song, Johnny? Killed by the Killers?
It sounds familiar, but I don't know.
Dude, I remember.
I don't think so.
Sorry, random tangent here, but I remember when I first heard it. I think that was back in the days when there was this music playing station called like Fuse or something like that. I don't even know what the heck it was, but it used to just play music videos, kind of like MTV used to. And that one popped up there, and I was like, this isn't as good as the one in Rockman. I forgot what that one was called, but whatever. It's not as good as the other ones, but still. That's speaking of music, Johnny, I finished I'm finishing as we speak, although you guys can check it out because I should be done by the time this video comes out. My dog crap anime that Lucky loves, and I did a I don't want to say a cover, but I did something with the song from Hiro no Kakara called Ne, and it turned out pretty good. But I think that's where I need to kind of bring this conversation to is I was watching this anime called Jujutsu Kaisen, just came out. I'm not gonna really talk about it too much, but like little spoiler, but not really. I'm not gonna put like a spoiler warning or anything like that. But doesn't involve jujutsu. I was a little surprised. Yeah. It was not. Well, okay. So I'd watched some trailers for this, and I don't know if they're going to get into jujutsu. So for those of you watching this that do not know, jujutsu is, if you heard of Brazilian jiu-jitsu, jiu-jitsu originally came from Japan, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu is used in MMA, and it's used as a ground fighting, that kind of thing. So it's mostly on the ground. Japanese jiu-jitsu is much more like judo with more ground elements. So there's more throws and hip throws and stuff than Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Brazilian jiu-jitsu is mostly, I mean, you could do anything. You could pull guard, which is where you fall on your back and you hold somebody with, you bring somebody down with you, that kind of stuff. Yeah, not in this show. But
wow, I'm a little disappointed.
It's still crazy though. I will say it involves supernatural elements, and it probably should not be watched for the younger audiences. Very, very, very hard anime to describe. But yeah, what have you been watching like this week in terms of I mean, either new anime or just things that you've been catching up?
Yeah. Two things I definitely remember that I watched. I didn't get through all of it, but I'm going to say I powered through to the end of the first season of Lull in the Sea. I got really curious if there was going to be a time skip, and it looks like there is one, and I'm happy about that. So I'm assuming things are going to really start kicking off, even though they already threw some crazy, like, no, everyone's going to go to sleep. No one's alive right now. Crazy fish nonsense. I don't know, but Lull in the Sea. And then the other show I've been really watching a lot. I'm already in the first half of season 2. I started watching Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, right? I don't know. It was on Netflix. So I was like, why not? Why not give it a shot? And I started watching it. Yeah, on Netflix it is. I don't know how much there is total, but 4 seasons is dubbed.
There's so much to that anime, bro. There's like I think there's at least 400 episodes, dude.
Oh my god!
I'm pretty. I could be
I moved
mistaken.
the iPad.
I could be mistaken, but you know what the weird thing is my friends watch that show so aggressively that I would come over every day, right, to their house, and we, you know, they would put it on, and I would just watch it with them because I was like, oh, cool anime. Like, I watched bits and pieces from, like, the 3rd season, the 5th season, and then all the way to the last season. Like, I kind of know what happens at like, towards the end of it and all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, I was about to say Monster Hunter. Dude, Hunter x Hunter, that's really crazy. I was not expecting to hear that anime pop out of your mouth right now, because I was just like, what the heck? How is it so far?
It's... I was trying to explain it to Josh, and I don't know quite how to. It's kind of filling me with nostalgia, which is weird because I actually don't think it's that old of an anime. I think it might be like 2011 is what I saw on Netflix. So it's not even that old, but it really makes me think of, I don't know, a lot of older anime, you know, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, even Naruto. I mean, I just named like the first, like the big 3, but I don't know. It just has that feel. You have a main character who is very unassuming, but then quickly shows himself to be much more than anyone realizes. And yeah, it's I don't know, it's just weird. It's a very easy watch. And I don't know if that's because it feels so much like those other anime. That's the thing. I was trying to pick out moments, and there were certain moments where I'd watch and be like, yeah, that's Naruto. Okay, that's Bleach. Yeah, that's Dragon Ball Z. And it's interesting. It doesn't have the pacing I would expect either, though. But I'm enjoying it. Admittedly, I didn't know how many episodes there were to it. So, I mean, one of the only scenes I remember watching was like the main character being all like normal sized and like buff in like wrecking shop or something. And now I'm like, when is that supposed to happen? Because you're telling me
that's like that's, oh my god. So I watched that so many times in terms of like on YouTube, because it's one of the most like watched scenes in. I'm not gonna say anime, but in terms of shonen anime. But yeah, it's a really popular scene to go. It is towards the end. Like there's a final there's a final
oh man
there's a final arc. And if I can remember correctly, like that's towards maybe middle end of the arc. That's that kind of thing. But yeah, that's a pretty well known scene.
Wow, because I keep thinking like, hey, maybe that's just around the corner. It doesn't sound like it is. I mean, I'm only like the beginning of season 2, and like stuff has been happening. They've been ramping up, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's coming, but clearly. It's not.
Yeah, you know what? If I'm remembering correctly, Johnny, I think I might have been over exaggerating a little bit. It's definitely over 200 episodes, but I'm not completely sure because I feel like that's episode like 195 or 197. I'm not completely sure, but you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm on 27.
Oh, you're on your way. You got it.
Oh my god, I had no idea when I got into this. What have I done?
Yeah, no, this is. I mean, hey,
and Netflix only has 4 seasons. What am I gonna do?
Hey, if you ever play Jump Force, now you get to know these characters.
Oh my god, that's true. I can play Jump Force and understand now.
Yeah, except you have to watch the other anime, so you haven't watched JoJo yet.
That might have been an easier thing to get into. I don't know. Oh man. So yeah, that's what I've been watching mostly. Hunter x Hunter, some Lull in the Sea. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time finishing Isekai Cheat Magician. I thought I finished it, and then I realized, no. I guess I just told myself, like, you're done. That's fine. You know how this is going to end. It's going to work out. I mean, they're cheating, so. But I don't know. So I got to finish that. But, yeah, I think that's been mostly what I've been watching as far as anime.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't really watched too much, and side character Pedro has been watching Ray Zero, and it pissed me off because I thought there was more Ray Zero, and then I forgot our weekend talk, which you can go ahead and check out. Our weekend talk number 8. I think this is 9. But anyway, I saw like episode like 13 or something like that. I was like, oh yeah, episode 13 of season 2 is coming. And then I forgot that we'd already watched that, and then there's a break and yada yada yada. I was really mad. I was really mad.
I've been doing that too. Someone keeps watching like news shit, and I'm like, oh, it's back. No, it's not. Someone's just messing with me.
It's back. Who decided that?
Escanor, no.
Dude, one of the weird things was so I was on my other channel. I was doing an interview with my pastor, right? And I kind of, you know, not to plug my channel or anything, but if you want to check out Mental Health Casual, you can do that, and I will leave the description, or I will leave the link in the description down below. But anyway, I was interviewing my pastor, and I was telling him, I was like, hey, you know, we were just talking about other cultures, other religions, all that kind of stuff, and then I was telling him, you know, like in Japanese anime, it's really common to embody the sins, and I really like to watch anime for that reason. Anyway, we're talking at our prayer group, or not our prayer group, Electo Divina group, which for those of you who don't know what that is, I barely know what it is. It's like a Bible study thing. Anyway, I go there last night, and I'm talking to my pastor, and he's like, "Hey, so what got you? What do you like about anime?" And I was just like, "Okay, I gotta leave out so much of this conversation because this is a holy man right here, right?" So I'm trying to be like, well, I really like the lessons that it teaches of morality, and like right before that, I was editing my video about my trashy romance anime and stuff, and so anyway, I talked to him, and he was like, yeah, you know, he has 3 sons, and he's like, yeah, one of my sons was showing me one, and I watched, I guess he watched the whole thing, but anyway, he's like, I watched Full Metal Alchemist, and I was like, was that the one that you were talking about with the sins? And I was like, yeah, that totally was. And you know, and he was, it really threw me off when he'd mentioned that. But I was like, yeah, that is kind of true. Has there ever been anybody in your life that's kind of surprised you? Like, oh yeah, have you, like, I didn't even know you watched anime. Like, I've had a couple of moments like that where I was just like what? How do you know what anime is? and like, you know, you're kind of just stereotyping based off of either the person's age or mostly the person's age, but you just don't assume at the time. Remember, like we've been talking in our videos about like Toonami days and stuff, and like, yeah, it was popular because it was on a popular network, Cartoon Network, and everybody watched that kind of stuff. But it still wasn't like, you didn't really talk about it too much, not nearly as much as like American cartoons, you know. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, have you ever had that experience with anybody?
Not that I can think of. I try to keep what I watch pretty private, only because I don't want to even try and explain it. Some of the things I watch, I'm like, okay, even if we take out like all the you know, the fan service anime, just push that over there. There's still a pile of anime that I don't know how to explain. Like Brotherhood. How would I even try? Hey, Mom, have you seen this show? It's called Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's about people doing terrible things to other people, and they sacrifice them, and it's awful. Nina. And then just end it there. And I wouldn't be able to. She'd be like, I don't know what that means. So I don't even try. So I know I couldn't.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. When I was first watching anime, well, I mean, first off, I guess I'm trying to remember when we even had the conversation about anime, because I mean, we have a mutual friend, and it was, you know, when, you know, he didn't really watch anime either, and so when did you guys when did you and Michael start talking about anime, or did you guys just find anime at the same time, or did find out that you both liked anime at the same time, and just like we're like, oh yeah, do you watch anime, and then just that pop up, or do you even remember? Because I don't even remember talking about anime with you guys until, you know, just randomly we started watching it together. Like, that's all I really remember.
I mean, honestly, I got bits and pieces. Like, I remember going online and trying to watch Naruto Shippuden, because I was playing a computer game at the time. If anybody knows Naruto Arena, so I'd play that.
It's a big
and I was trying to watch Shippuden. But you know it. But
yeah.
you know it.
Yeah.
So that's when I tried to watch Shippuden, and I don't know. That might be the start of when I was like, I watch anime. That and trying to do the same thing with One Piece, because then I was playing One Piece Arena. No, I'm kidding. That's not a thing. They did make a Bleach Arena though. It was the exact same thing. It was strange. Both games were just terribly hard. Anyway, and then it might have been One Piece that made me intersect with Michael. I don't remember how, but I remember trying to watch it online. And at one point, he was telling me about One Piece, and we were just talking about One Piece. So I think we were both trying to watch it separately online, but man, I mean, I don't even know how many episodes ago that was. At least like 300 episodes of One Piece, and that might not even be enough. But yeah, that's probably when that started with Michael. I'm not even sure, because I might have been more in anime then, to the point that it all just kind of blends together. But yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of a slow burn, I guess, before I realized I accepted the weeb in here. in here, and I unlock it. No.
Dang. Johnny, no, you're not ready for it. Oh, God. And that's how Johnny got into fan service. But I still remember it was actually my friend that introduced me to Naruto. And actually, it was funny. I was talking to when I did that Omegle video. When I was talking to the guy from Scotland, I had mentioned. I mean, I don't think I left it in because you know, he was pointing out how old I was. But back in, like, you know, when when Naruto, you know, first I don't want to say when it first came out, but I started. Oh, I'm sorry. When YouTube first came out, sorry, about like 2006 was around the time that YouTube was like really popular. And I remember we would go into the library, and there would be I want to say like 9 computers that had like terrible internet. But anyway, I used to play like Nickelodeon games on there, and then like I looked over and my friend was watching watching like Naruto, and I was like, what is that? And he was like, oh yeah, it's Naruto. And he had actually like read all the way up and, you know, knew all this stuff about it. And I was like, what in the world? That's really cool. It's like Dragon Ball Z. You know, I didn't really know too much about it. And you know, at that point, I think I want to say it was still like Rurouni Kenshin time, but I'm not completely sure about that. But anyway, you know, I was watching. I was like, what in the world is that? And so it started coming on to like Cartoon Network like way later, and I was just like, man, I kind of like the sub better, you know. I mean, no offense to the dub actors. Actually, I did get used to them, and they are very good. Especially whoever does. Actually, I may be butchering this, but Johnny, did you know that I don't know if you ever watch English dub Naruto, but the voice of Madara Uchiha, he has this like very deep voice and all that kind of stuff. Is also, I believe, and I will put a subtitle if I'm completely wrong. He is also the voice for Donald Duck. Like, not he's not the original, but he actually got like the role afterwards and kind of like kept going with it. And it really threw me off when I first learned that. I was like when he was showing his thing. I think I will put a clip of Madara Uchiha talking, like, for all you guys at home, just so you guys can hear.
Their headbands say Shinobi, but I see them wearing clothing from each of the 5 great nations.
It's a beautiful voice, by the way. It's like this really deep, bassy tone. But anyway, I went off into a tangent. Anyway, so
if that's true, I'm never gonna be able to look at it in the same way.
Oh, really? Do you know what Madara sounds like, or?
I don't know if I've actually seen it in English. I mean, you're talking about English, right?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if I've seen it in English. At some point, I stopped waiting for it to be in English, and I started watching it in sub online somewhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I ever got to check it out, but that's how do you look at Madara Uchiha and then also look at Donald Duck, like right next to him, and say same? That's crazy. I can't. Oh my god,
dude. But yeah, so anyway, he was showing me that, and then exactly like you, I just got tired of waiting for Cartoon Network to do things, and then all of a sudden I went on you know, on like, I think it was like Kiss Anime, or, you know, something like that. And then, you know, I got so fed up with waiting for the anime to come out that I started reading the manga. And even then, it was just like, oh my god, I need some, like, can I just go talk to the guy who writes it? Can I just talk to Kishimoto or something like that? Can I just like, just tell me what happened, man? I just need to know. And I got so impatient. So that's when I first started getting the bug for it. And I remember, dude, it was okay. I don't really want to liken it to this, so but it is a lot like talking, like, at least back then. it was kind of like talking about porn. Like all of a sudden, if somebody talked about porn and then you knew about it, you guys would like look at each other like, "Do you know about that?" Oh my god! I thought I was the only one. And I remember when me and my friends started just talking about it, and it just happened. Like both of us looked at each other like, "Oh my god, you know about anime? I do know about anime." I thought I was the only one. Yeah, it's really crazy, and now it's just like everywhere, man.
Yeah, you don't know about anime? Oh, that's weird. What are you doing?
Right? It's crazy. Like my pastor knows about it. Like that's crazy. It really did throw me off. But yeah, that was man, anime is really crossing a lot of barriers now, man. It's all over the place. And now we have like things like Fanime, Comic-Con, where people dress up as anime characters as well as American comic characters. And you know, you even have I think if I'm not mistaken, I think there was like a crossover between like Marvel and Shonen or something like that, where the Shonen did some like cartoon drawings of like Spider-Man, that kind of thing, and
okay.
yeah, so they did like a short stint. I'm not completely sure about that, but
I'm trying to think if I remember hearing about like a Marvel anime. It never came out. I want to say maybe there was like one episode they made, or maybe a trailer, but then it never went anywhere.
Well, dude, even think about it. Like there was Japanese Spider-Man. You remember that? Do you remember Japanese Spider-Man, dude? Oh my god, dude, this guy was awesome.
No.
It was Japanese Spider-Man, and he had a freaking Megazord. It was freaking amazing. It's so. Okay, it wasn't great, but I mean, it was something. It sure was something. But yeah, I mean, obviously, every art just art just connects us, man. It connects us. Megazords connect us, okay, and they just do.
Okay, I gotta ask: could the mech web sling?
I'm gonna be honest, I can't. I really can't remember. I didn't really watch too much of it. I would just see clips every now and then. And I feel like, what is this? But yeah, I remember Stan Lee actually made a comment about it, and oh my god, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was just talking about the differences between the Japanese Spider-Man, that one.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was great. But yeah, but yeah, moving on to something else. I was just thinking about like the backlog of anime that we're gonna get within these like next couple of by the time it hits January, that's when it's all gonna start flooding in. But I made like a tweet or something like that where I was like, man, I have post anime depression, and then like the rest of it's like, oh yeah, until I realized freaking like Fire Force and One Piece are still going strong, It's great. Dude, Fire Force has been kicking butt right now, and then One Piece just got really crazy. So we're gonna get into some spoilers for One Piece. So if you're not caught up with whatever episode that I put down here in the subtitle, you can skip to whatever I put in the subtitle right now. But dude, in One Piece, bro, okay. So did you really not know that Queen turns into that? Because that is all over the intro.
Okay, I don't know. I'll have to watch it again and specifically look for him, because no, I didn't expect him to do that. I feel like I almost should have, but no, I did not realize that he was going to be. I didn't even think he had a devil fruit. I don't know why, but I didn't realize that was going to be his devil fruit. Like, that's crazy.
Dude, yeah, that's what got spoiled for me, like, so early on. When I first saw that, I was like, guys, like, there's a big spoiler in there, so be careful. And then you guys were like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, really? You didn't see the gigantic, Brachiosaurus, Brontosaurus? I don't know, whatever it's called. But yeah, you didn't see the gigantic Brachiosaurus that is... Okay, first off, so it's not obvious because it doesn't show him as human turning into it. It just shows the Brachiosaurus going like, doing that kind of thing. And so when I saw him, I was like, that's Queen's glasses. Those are, I think it had a cigar or something like that. And it had his hair, and I was like, is that what Queen turns into? Because that is crazy. I mean, first off, we have Kaido who turns into a dragon. We have King that turns into a pterodactyl, I think. Queen that turns into a Brachiosaurus. And I mean, who knows who else is on this crazy team so far? So I have to ask, who do you think that Queen is going to have to face in the Straw Hat crew? For people that don't know, if you're still watching this and you didn't mind getting spoiled, One Piece, usually you can tell, like, if there's a big boss, Luffy has to face him. So we have Gecko Moria, you have Doflamingo, but then the underlings, usually the next one up has to fight Zoro, so whoever's the second strongest, and then the third strongest is fight Sanji, and so on and so forth. Who do you think is going to fight so far? So we have obviously Luffy's gonna fight Kaido. And then who do you think is going to fight King, and who do you think is going to fight Queen? And do you think that Queen is the next strongest, or do you think King is the next strongest? Because it sounds like they're going into like cards, I guess. So wouldn't there? But okay, so this is okay.
King,
actually,
Queen, Jack.
Yeah.
That's true, huh?
Yeah. So I'm wondering about like who's going to fight who, because it seems like it would be Kaido, it would be King. But here's what I want to ask you. Okay, I'll ask you this after this. But who do you think is going to fight King, Queen, and Jack so far?
Man, I was trying to think of it, and I thought I knew exactly who would fight who. But the problem is, I don't know. So first, I was thinking Usopp should probably fight King, only because he's aerial, and Usopp can. But see, then again, no, I guess Sanji would have to fight King, because he can technically not fly, but he can run on sky, and he's got the flaming kick, so he can actually match him in anything he does. Queen, I was gonna say Frankie, just because he can do the Frankie bot, but Jack's also really huge, so I don't know, huh? Well, there's Chopper. Chopper could fight one of them in his monster point. So that's possible. So, I mean, there's definitely some matchups there, but it almost seems like we need to see a couple more people, to see who the rest of the Straw Hats will fight. Unless they're just going to do what they always do. Half of them are going to be fighting, and the other half are going to be running around or causing some other mischief somewhere else. Or Big Mom is going to kill Queen.
It sure looks like it. She didn't hold back in that episode, man.
She's gonna Flintstone, just start ripping things off and eating him. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. I want to see it. I'm so glad Big Mom is there, and I'm also terrified that she's gonna be like, Mugiwara, I'm gonna eat you because you ruined my birthday. But who knows? Oh man.
Well, he not only ruined her birthday, he was one of the people that ate all the red bean soup. Like he ate all of it.
Right?
And then I think she was saying she could smell it. Granted, I don't know if she's talking about what's in the pot or if Luffy's got some massive farts that are just she's sniffing for anything at that point. But yeah, okay. So here's my next question, Johnny. So we have Jack, Queen, King. What is the next card after King?
It's the Ace.
Who is also named Ace in One Piece?
See, I don't know if that's a really obvious one or if I'm just overthinking it. I'm like, Ace?
Ace!
Ace is named Ace? What?
Okay, and we know Ace was in Wano at some point.
True.
So I'm wondering if Ace has some connection to Kaido that we don't know about in terms of by the way, I don't know any of this for anybody that's watching, so I'm not trying to spoil this like I was with Ray Zero. I didn't know anything about that. I'm just thinking, there is Ace, which is a card in the deck of cards, and
True.
I'm trying to figure out okay, so is this where Kaido got the idea from? I'm not completely sure. That was just a thought that I had, because it is going like that, but we haven't met an Ace yet who would match that, since we are going in cards, and I don't know what would go next, because then we go into number cards unless we have which is kind of interesting, because what's another card name that's usually not affiliated with cards, which is Joker, which we know was Doflamingo at one point. So
yeah.
So we're going into this kind of weird deck of cards thing. So I'm not completely sure what's going on with it, but I thought I would just bring that up for everybody to kind of ponder, and just to ruin any of your terrible ideas of what's going to happen, because I know it will happen. But yeah, anything else you wanted to say about One Piece so far?
Not so much. I'm more just curious to see how it's all going to go. I mean, I don't really there's a lot of action kind of going on. I mean, we got Zoro and Sanji fighting Drake, and I don't remember the other guy's name, but he works under Orochi.
The blue-haired guy?
Yeah. I actually don't know if he even has a fruit. So I'm kind of waiting to see what he has, and I don't know what it's going to be. My personal guess, if he does have a fruit, it's like a raptor fruit. I don't know. It's honestly just this head thing he's got with his hair, but
yeah,
I don't know. Just see where it goes. I don't know. I'm just kind of waiting to see things happen. You know, we hit a kind of lull. You know, Luffy's been in prison for a while now, so I don't really trust the action that's currently happening. I think it's going to end pretty quickly, but if it doesn't, it'll be interesting to see where it goes and what they show. Like, are they going to kill Orochi, and that'll kind of be the start of the revolution in Wano? I don't know. It's definitely going to be interesting, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Hopefully, it just doesn't take another 50 episodes.
Yeah, it's I mean, and then we also have Law with the predicament with Straw Hat guy, not Straw Hat guy, Straw guy. I have no idea what the heck his name is. Basil Hawkins, I think his name is.
Oh, right.
And yeah, he's got a weird situation going on. I feel like he can do some type of room magic where he replaces the dolls and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what he's gonna do. But yeah, it's definitely heating up for sure. Speaking of heating up, we have Fire Force that that came out, and I have to admit, man, I was not expecting Fire Force to go this crazy. I mean, first off, we have a new opener. I don't know if you saw it. There were a couple spoilers in there as well, but I won't go into those. But we also have, we have a lot of things going on. Like, I wasn't expecting Fire Force to go that hard either. It kind of just went just as hard as Re:Zero did. Like, it was like, oh, did you wait a while for this anime? Well, here you go. It's here, and it's ready to go. We had a great couple episodes with Benny Maru, I think his name is, or something weird like that. One of the stronger captains, where he just went with Joker and just annihilated the church for the most part, and they're just like, oh yeah, we could just cover this stuff, whatever. But yeah, I mean, what do you think about the most recent episode? Because I feel like Fire Force has been getting darker. Like, we have I can't remember his name, but they know him as like the Reaper, and he just tortures kids in this facility and is just going freaking like nuts on weaklings. It's really crazy. I kind of threw me off. I was like, they went really dark. First, we have Joker's backstory, where it's alluding to the fact that he got molested as a child and got all this crap done to him. And then we have this guy who's just wrecking people. And then we have the kid who survived the fly thing. I forgot what you call those things. Who is so traumatized by this whole thing that he actually has that captain, or that one guy in his head, just like saying all these stupid things that he used to say before we knew he was a bad guy. I was like, dude, this is getting really dark. Like, it's getting really dark, and I really like it. I really like it so far. So what did you think about what's going on?
To be honest, I'm curious if I watched the last episode. Last thing I remember, I know the evangelists were talking about some stuff. I want to say the thing with Joker and Benny Maru either cleared up, or they met up with that higher up captain. Just like now, Michael wasn't around for the weekend, so I tried to do the honorable thing and wait for the guy, but
you fool!
I might just have to. Yeah, really, I can't do this anymore, so I'm gonna have to just watch some stuff. I don't know. But man, I definitely know that the season has been crazy on Fire Force. It's been really awesome, even to think where it was and where it's come since then. We're really filling in some potholes of these, of questions that we have, like, what are in these giant reactor things? It's people. It's crazy. So I'm excited to see where it goes, to say the least.
Yeah, I was definitely not expecting Fire Force to go into as many answers. I mean, it answered a lot of stuff so far. The one question I have is around Captain Burns, who is the guy with the eye patch on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so curious about his motives, because I don't think he's a bad guy. I also don't think he's a good guy. Like, I feel like he walks that line just like Joker does. Like, he's just as much of like a double agent, so to speak, as Joker is. And but one character I've been really enjoying, or I guess team, I guess you could say, is Joker and Lich. I don't know actually how to say his name, but Licht, I don't know, something like that. I like their team because they're not really taking sides. They're just, we want to know the truth, we'll find it one way or another. And I really like that approach, whereas obviously the Fire Force has to go through go through some hoops, and yeah, it's definitely one of those. And then the Evangelist obviously don't really care, but they end up hurting a bunch of people in the process. Whereas Joker and Licht, I feel like, are going kind of more in the shadows, and they're trying to avoid needless bloodshed, which it didn't look like at first, but now we're starting to figure out that they're not tied with the Evangelist. But then we have, what's been like? I guess what's your favorite faction so far? Because obviously, I mean, it'd be hard to say the Evangelist, but obviously they do have some great characters in their in their group. So what would you say?
Man, that's hard. I mean, the Evangelists have some pretty interesting and crazy people in there. Especially, I don't know his name, but I enjoyed watching the guy. I actually, funny enough, I don't usually say this, but I liked him better in the sub over the dub. It's the guy that Shinra was fighting.
Yeah, he says the words and then
stamp.
Yeah,
that guy. He was fun to watch. The chick who she always wears the crown like over her eyes.
Yeah.
She's pretty interesting too. But I don't know. See, that's the thing. It's hard to like the Fire Force just because even though they're like the symbol of good, if you will, obviously not all of them are. There's a lot of people higher up, like you were saying, that head captain who's missing the one eye. His motives are definitely a mystery, and I don't know what they are. I get the sense he's trying to strive for the greater good in a way, but how he achieves that is not really his concern. So that's kind of going with what you were saying. His motives are a mystery, but like I want to say he's going for the greater good, whereas Joker is more self-interested and kind of chaotic. He's not necessarily trying to kill people, but if they get in his way, they get in his way. So I might have to just go with the Fire Force, if anything, just because of what are they? What's what's our main group? Is that Precinct 8?
Yes.
Okay, just because of them, they've got some characters in there that I just like. I definitely like. I don't know her name. I want to say it's like Tamaki or something, but she creates the little fire souls sputter.
So she is Maki, and Tamaki is the one that loses her clothes every
She's
single time.
great too.
Yeah.
Love her. Her direction has been a little bit weird, to be honest. I don't know why they made her a priest.
Sister? Yeah.
Yeah, sister. I mean, I'm fine with it. I get that they have to have more, but her fire ability, let's call them that, pyromancy, was really cool. But then I felt like it got kind of pushed to the side, and I don't know if that's just an evolution of the show, an evolution of the character. If they said, look, she's just really funny to make her, lose her clothes all the time and put her in awkward situations, we'll just keep running with that. Forget the cat thing. But I don't know. I guess final answer, I'd have to say probably still the Fire Force. Even though a lot of those people are, I don't know, they're very unclear motive-wise. But still, I'd have to say probably Fire Force. The Fire Force.
Yeah, dude, my favorite character in the show is still the guy that when he rings the bell, the fire turns into ice. Dude, that guy is awesome, bro. He is amazing. I love that guy, dude. He is by far, like, the minute I saw him, I was like, you are gonna be my favorite character. I know you're not gonna do me wrong. He hasn't done me wrong so far. I mean, he was a big part of destroying not the first Demon Infernal, but I guess the first Demon Infernal of this season, where they had to do that gigantic tornado thing. Oh my god. But yeah, anyway, I really like that character. So as for like what are some anime that you're looking forward to coming out? Obviously you haven't seen Dungeon, or Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? That looks very I watched the first episode, very much like, hey, we hope you guys know what happened in the season before this, because we just go into it. And there were a couple times where I was in the episode and I was like, wait a minute, like who is this again? And I couldn't remember, but they were like, no, we're just going ahead.
We're going. There's no time. Move on.
I remembered eventually, but yeah, they don't go into any like, hey, this is this person, and we met him over here. It's like, no, this is this person, and now they're doing this. So it's very cool if you don't like big like Naruto type flashbacks. And then we also have Jujutsu Kaisen, which I talked about earlier. I'm really looking forward to. I've heard Log Horizon 3 is confirmed, season 3. Which, if you guys have not seen Log Horizon, Michael, if you're watching that, he doesn't watch our videos. Log Horizon season 3 is looking great. Actually, that I would recommend that one for you, Johnny, just because since you were talking about getting to Hunter x Hunter. I mean, there's Log Horizon, which is not nearly as many episodes. It's about 52, something like that. That's a great one. Great dubbed as well. One of my favorite dubs that I've ever seen. And then I'm trying to remember. The one that I texted you about a while back. Although I don't. Yeah, we didn't mention this in our last Week in Talk. I have to talk to you about Quintessential Quintuplets. When you first told me about this show, I was like, okay, this looks really stupid. I mean, granted, I'm the romance. I'm the romance anime guy, but I was just like, okay, so 5 girls that basically look alike, all this kind of stuff. Like, why do I care about this? Well, the first episode happens, I care about this. Second episode happens, and then I'm on episode 12. So what are you most looking forward to in Quintessential Quintuplets coming up?
I don't. Weirdly, I'm interested to see if it's going to be. Because it seems like the kind of anime they could end it in one more season, but I don't know if they will. Part of me is like, I want them to keep going because I like the show and I like how it's progressing and the interactions between the characters. But at the same time, it definitely seemed paced enough that they could do some sort of time skip or do some kind of finalization and really cement these characters in where they're going. Or at least we can start what am I trying to say? Marking off some of these sisters, Sorry, it's not you. Sorry, it's not you.
Marking off these sisters.
Yeah, it is. I mean, or he'll just marry them all. I don't know. Fingers crossed for the guy, Good for you.
Okay, so I have to ask you, which sister do you think is gonna get the guy? Because that's the one thing that I've been kind of wondering. I'll go ahead and while I'm looking up the characters, I can tell you more about it. The one I think is going to be the one, because I mean, for those of you who have not seen Quintessential Quintuplets, there's like in the very first episode, it hints, or not the very first. It's very early on. I think that they show the main character marrying one of these girls. And that might actually be at the end. So if I didn't already, I will put a spoiler warning right here. So we have Ichika Nakano, who is the eldest. I think she's the one that the actress, the eldest. That's right. The quintuplets says she's the eldest. She's the messy one that like always you see a bunch of her lingerie. We have Nino, who. Something about contact lenses. She likes pancakes. I don't know what the heck that means.
Oh, pancakes, of course.
Yeah, that's the one. Let's see.
I don't know. That could be
she
the
cooking,
sporty one. Oh, then that might be the I have to use like visual descriptors. There's the actress. There's the one who does a bunch of sports.
Oh, she's the one with the short hair. The short hair that's like that is sporty. Yeah, that's the one you're talking about.
Okay, Sporty Spice.
We have we have Miku, who I think is she's the one with like the different hair that has like says emotionless eyes. She always has headphones around her neck.
I was gonna say that sounds like the shy one.
Yeah, and then we have Yotsuba. We have medium length hair, and a ribbon tied, and 2 vertical ears. Never mind. She's the one that's good at sports. Never mind. Okay. And then. You know what? Okay, forget this. I'm just gonna say I think the shy one is going to be the one to take it. Although I will admit, I think there's a good argument for the sporty one. She was the first one that actually did talk to him, like it made a chance to make friends with him. So
funny enough, I don't think it's her, and I don't know if this is just a art choice or what they were doing, but her hair doesn't match. As much as I want her to be it's not. I don't think it's her. truthfully, I want to say the show wants us to pick. I think you said it was Miku, the one with the headphones.
Yeah.
The show wants us to think it's her, but I don't think it's going to be her. I think it's going to be the one who sat down with him, like it was her first day of school. She sits down with him and shares food.
Yeah.
I think it's her.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be her.
Yeah, I feel like it might be leaning that way, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, luckily season 2 is coming up. So any other anime?
Or he's a Mormon with multiple wives. Who knows?
Oh man, the first Japanese Mormon family. Is there any other anime that you're looking forward to that are coming out? We have Shield Hero, all that kind of stuff.
I was gonna say definitely Shield Hero because I hear that's coming back. I don't get my hopes up with like knowing exactly when because you never know when they're gonna be like delayed. But you know, Shield Hero definitely. I think My Hero is supposed to come back soon too.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Was there anything else I'm forgetting?
Yeah, dude, there's so many. Like on our Twitter, dude, we follow Crunchyroll. Bro, Crunchyroll's just been telling us everything. Like, oh, we got this, we got this. I'll wait until I watch it. But there is another one, which I'll mention our next weekend talk that I'm kind of looking for. It's another isekai, I believe. I can't remember exactly what it's called. It's like a million. I'm not gonna remember it off the top of my head, but it definitely looks interesting. I've been hearing a lot of hype about it since the first episode's been coming out. So I am looking forward to that. There's also one called Noblesse, which I had heard about originally, and I thought came out already, but now it's out. And then we have Burn the Witch, which I think somebody's been watching.
This guy.
Oh damn! Any good
I've
or
been
no?
enjoying that.
Oh.
The animation is interesting. It feels like they put a good amount of work into it. There's a lot of background details, which I appreciate. I'm trying to think. I might have started watching it honestly because they were wearing skirts, but I stuck around because of all the dragons. There's a lot of dragon stuff in there, and that's pretty cool too. And it's almost kind of creepy. If you watch the first episode, there's one dragon in there that's disturbing to an extent. I'm not fully invested in the show, but I've been enjoying it so far. Yeah. It's been entertaining to say the least.
Well, there you go. Guys,
Burn the Witch. I'd watch it.
Burn the Witch. Watch it for the skirts and the dragons. Well, I think that's a good place to leave off for our episode.
Skirts and dragons.
Skirts and dragons, man. That's
this guy.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. We have a Twitter account, which I will link in the description. I have an Instagram account. It is kind of for both of my I know, right? It is for both of my channels, so if you guys do want to check it out, I do talk about mental health on there, but I do some funny videos involving anime. So yeah, you can check that out, and I'll put the link in the description below. As for anything else, guys, always just remember this. Keep it casual.